All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf here. I think I'm gonna post this one also on both channels. Um, I'll probably just post this on the Rub, but I may post this on For All to Hear TV as well. You know, we're still talking about this thing with Will and Chris Rock. We're still talking about this entanglement Oscars with Chris Rock and Will Smith. It's come to my attention as of yesterday that now women are defending Will Smith for his actions. And I'm like, where was y'all at? Where the hell was y'all at when Will Smith was being dogged out by his wife for her quote unquote entanglement with August Alsina? And the other thing is August Alsina rubbed it in their faces by doing records about it. Yeah. And Will Smith never said a word about it publicly about him. Never called him out at all. Never called him out publicly. Yet now you got black women trying to defend him, talking about he was trying to defend his wife's honor. Now and I talked about this earlier. I said you notice that she had a look of resentment on her face when Chris Rock mentioned her. And Will was literally laughing at the joke. You saw the video. He definitely was laughing at the joke. But as soon as he saw her reaction, then he had to change the tone. And that's when he walked up on stage and hit Chris Rock. Or slapped the taste out of him, rather. But you got to give it to Chris Rock. Chris Rock really, I'm not going to say stood his ground, but he kept the show going. But you could tell he was rocked by his slap. No doubt about that. You know. I also didn't know that that the Oscars was the production was a black run production of the Sunday night. My understanding, what I heard, I didn't know this. Will Packer was the main showrunner of the Oscars. So you have the very first live telecast black run production of the Oscars ever. And Will Smith, only the third black actor? Literally the third black actor to ever win Best Actor behind Denzel Washington and the recently deceased late great Sidney Poitier, who just passed away back in January. And Will, no, I know that he had to know that he was going to get that Oscar Sunday night. Misbehaved in a way that I never thought he'd do all these years at a public forum. I read his book, and those of you who have read his book know that Will Smith uh, has had a few issues in his life. He's had some issues, and pin-up issues at that. So it don't completely surprise me his behavior, but then again, it surprised me that he would do that at the Oscars. That I am surprised by. I'm extremely surprised by that. You know, because I didn't expect that from him. Now, of course, my homie Steve Harvey said he wouldn't have done that in St. Louis. He wouldn't have done that to Cedric. He wouldn't have done that to Bernie Mac, Chicago. He wouldn't have done that to Steve Harvey, Cleveland. He definitely wouldn't have done it to Compton's. I thought he said Compton. He wouldn't have done that to Dale Hughley. Yeah. Now I know it was a bunch of rappers. He definitely wouldn't have done that to. Let's be real. One of them is Tupac. That's who we talked about in this book. where he said he was intimidated by it. He was intimidated by one of the most notorious rappers of all time. Yeah. So that goes to show you Will ain't the man he tried to pretend like he is. You know. And he's kind of talked about that in his book too. You know. He has a specific persona he wants to live up to in Hollywood that he's been portraying for the last 30 years. He admit to that in the book. So, and he's still doing that. The thing of it is, to me, is that even Tiffany Haddish tried to defend him. She said it was the most beautiful thing she ever saw. This man trying to defend his wife's honor. Because Chris Rock said that you look like you were ready to go, you were ready to do G.I. Jane 2. And Chris Rock, unbeknownstly, didn't even know that she had a case of alopecia. He didn't know that. And I didn't know that either, to tell you the truth, because when I initially heard her talk about Red Table Talk, she talked about everything to do her cutting hair, except alopecia, from what I saw. Matter of fact, she was talking about how liberated she was that she cut her hair. So I'm not sure about that. I'm not saying that she didn't have it. And I'm not saying she don't have it. But I know she never talked about it. From the interview, I mean, from one of her Red Table Talks that I watched, when she did that, she never talked about it. I didn't hear it. You know, at least she didn't make note of it. A lot of people didn't know that. I know I didn't. Didn't hear nothing about it. But if you go to Wikipedia or the sites, although alopecia is it's a illness to your hair, you know, um, and it is an autoimmune disease. You can normally still go on with your life, even though you're dealing with that. It doesn't affect you outside of you losing your hair. Maybe a self-esteem issue for some women, but she didn't talk like that when she first lost her hair. She didn't talk about that. She did not talk about it in her in her podcast when I saw it. Never mentioned it. So my thing is on this, and I heard that Will Smith he wrote an apology on one of the blogs last night. I'm not sure if it's Twitter or not. Somewhat heartfelt, but not really. And I'm thinking, why didn't you do that the night of the Oscars? There's a lot of things you could have done well. One of them could have been waited until after Chris' segment, go to commercial break, have a quick talk with him, move on. Go up there and take your Oscar in stride and be the man you need to be, that you should have been in the first place. You know. And I think that he ruined what could have been a really beautiful night for him and his family, in the world for that matter. But no, he had to show out. And black women trying to defend that bullshit, y'all need to slap yourselves for that. Real talk. Look at we're defending his woman. Shut the French toast up. You know, there was nothing to defend her about. It was a joke. He said he was leaving laughing at it before he went on stage to slap Chris Rock, but no, he saw a look on her face like, oh, I better do something about this. Really? Simping on this shit, man. Come on. Well, come on. There's a woman who sitting there and had an entanglement in your face, and you all you could do was sit there and cry, and never even mention August Alsina by name. Never actually confront him publicly, but you confront Chris Rock about doing the joke. And there's some white people, of course, I saw was trying to defend Will Smith too. I'm like, man, y'all need to go ahead. Y'all need to mess me with that bullshit for real. Yeah, Chris Rock had it coming. Chris Rock is a comedian. Comedy has always been a big part of the American iconic landscape. Even on streets, people be jumping on each other all the time. I mean, come on, you know, it's always been a big deal here. And like I said, the joke was a nothing burger. It was nothing. It was nothing. It was a nothing joke. To tell you the truth, if anything, it was kind of like a compliment. She rocked the ball head, and even though I ain't gonna lie, I prefer with hair, but she's still rocking her. She still was looking good. Let's put it like this. She still was looking very attractive. I give her that. So he really didn't say anything wrong. It's just that Will didn't do anything right that night. He didn't. He embarrassed the Oscars, if anything. He definitely embarrassed himself. And he looked like a blubbering fool because he know he messed up big time. And them women who tried to film, including that goofy ass Tiffany Haddish, because she wanted to get some clout on this shit. She did. She got a movie coming out next month with what's the guy name? I can't remember. Oh, Nicolas Cage. She got a movie coming out with Nicolas Cage next month. So she trying to get that shine, man. She trying to stay relevant, even though she's not even as funny as Chris Rock. Not even close. You know, somebody was trying to get that 15 minutes off everybody else, and she got a wish on that. And now you gonna talk about what Will Smith was the most beautiful thing you ever seen do? What he did? It's the dumbest thing he ever did. Oh, he's defending his wife. Oh, no, no. Defending your wife would have been like, I got to really stand up and fight this dude for messing with my wife, like he should do with the thing with Austin Alsina. But black women was defending Jada for what she did. They were literally defending her. They were mocking Will. They was defending her. Ain't that a bitch? But of course, if he defend Will is defending Jada against Chris Rock for a joke, then they all stand up and cheer. Get the fuck out of here! I'm full of shit. I had to say that. I'm sorry. It's just a lot went wrong with this. A lot of irreparable. That's a lack of a better word. I don't even know if that's the word, right? The word to say. It's not a good thing what Will did. It's not. Period. You know, his brand is tarnished right now. It is. It's tarnished. Chris Rock is looking like the hero now because he stood up after he got slapped, and other than a couple of awkward seconds in between the slap and him talking after Will slapped him, he started looking more like a soldier, somebody who took the hit and kept on moving. You know, Will's looking like he got egg all over his face, even after he was crying, especially when he was crying. So I just think it was crazy. The whole scenario was just goofy as hell, and he's looking pretty stupid right now. And his brand looks looking like shit. You know, you'd be lucky if you ever continue to get any big roles. Well, you know, Sunday night was your night. Just shine, and it went from sugar to shit. All thanks to you and your henpeckedness. Yeah, well, you just played yourself, bro. I'm out.